gorgeous, I'm the Fairy Voice Mother, and today I'm going to be reacting to Pentatonix performing Hallelujah. I have heard of Pentatonix, which is no surprise considering they have like 8 billion followers. It's 661 million views. But we can't ignore this, Fairy Voice children. We will see what all the fuss is about on this day. I even brought my piano back into the fairy cave, and it was very heavy and cumbersome. But nonetheless, I deemed it wise, as this is a cappella, and harmony in a cappella is a big deal. I'm so excited to be shrouded in voices.
I've heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
By God, do they know what they're doing? Bloody hell. Extremely conscious arranging. I'm gonna like this very much. All right, so we start with one unaccompanied voice, eased in by vocal fry.
I've heard there was.
The tone is very relaxed the whole time. We're coming in and out of this vocal fry. And we've also got a lovely little coating of breath with these notes as well. David played and it pleased the Lord. And then we've got a lovely little sprinkle over the top of that with these high oohs.
But you don't really care for music, do you?
They are matching his tone. Delicate, they are breathy, and the larynx positions are nice and relaxed. And before you even have a chance to get bored of that, you've got a new tone. We're introduced to our next layer. Now we can tell that he's a singer capable of singing very low because of the tonal quality of that note he came in on.
Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth.
It sounded like he was already stretching his vocal folds. The sound was very full and intense. I can only get that kind of fullness and intenseness around here. Ooh. So the tonal quality of my voice there when I hit that note, ooh, because it's full, you can tell that I can also sing lower. Ooh. And then the tonal quality starts to disappear as I go down my range. This means that this note is nowhere near the bottom of his range because it's so full. So even though it's not like a bass note yet, we get those bassy qualities from his voice. He's doing a tremendous job of blending his warm, rich voice with those higher singers. There's a lot of restraint. Meanwhile, your man on the lead is doing a terrific job word painting. The minor fall and the major lift accentuates that message.
Hallelujah.
The way that everyone has different notes but the same rhythm really makes it stand out, and it is a beautiful stark contrast to the section that it then transitions into, where they've then managed to replicate the acoustic guitar picking that is present in the Jeff Buckley version with the dum 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 da. So we've got two arpeggiated chords on a loop underneath the lead now. So the bass singer is giving us our bass notes for the chords, and rightly so. We've got a little walk up to the B flat to give us a little cushion for our B flat major chord. Then we've got an identical walk the opposite way to give us a little cushion for our G minor chord. And as soon as he lands on his bass note, the other singers then go off and arpeggiate this chord amongst themselves. So I think one of them is doing the first two notes of the arpeggio, dum dum, which kind of just gives you the impression that it's like pluck, pluck, bass, 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 pluck, pluck, strum. B flat version, bass, 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 pluck, pluck, strum. G minor version, like a guitar, but humans singing. Nice.
Faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty in the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to the kitchen chair, she broke your throne and she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
This is so good. I think it was a really good idea to give the next verse lead to the bass guy because it added, just naturally, that extra layer of intensity. It was the same notes in the same octave, but because his voice is thicker, it started to build the intensity, whereas the first guy, his voice was gorgeous, but it was slightly lighter. The natural timbre of the bass guy's voice added an extra layer of Wumpf. I think that means 5 in German. But you know what I mean, just like an extra. The man doing the body percussion is really starting to hit me. There's something about the way that he looks when he does it. He's like using his whole self to drive their voices along with this very primal beat in the desert, and like he's got a magical look in his eye.
I used to live alone before I knew you, and I've seen your flag on the marble arch, and love is not a victory march, it's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
So we're at the midway point of this song now, and it is time to bring in the big guns, or should I say, the big, shiny belts. Victory March! We're really just so powerful and strong and high now, and she's going up to these belt notes without making them sound shouty, but at the same time they're also not thin either. Her voice is just so stretchy. It's a beautiful balance. She's using a technique that I would refer to as a thick dominant mixed voice, meaning that a majority of this sound is controlled by the same muscle that we use to speak. Whoa! A nice thick connection, but she's managed to thin them out just enough with the help of a little technique called twang to ensure that it's balanced.
And not too thin or too thick.
She is a glorious belter, there's no doubt about it. The little melisma that brought us back into this Hallelujah section was a really nice relief as well, because we've just done a load of belting and Hallelujah! It was like a little relief, like a sigh.
Maybe there's a God above, but all I've ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outdrew you. And it's not a cry that you hear tonight, it's not somebody who's seen the light, it's a chord and it's a broken hallelujah.
Now, his voice is extraordinary. Oh, the tone. Oh, the tone. Oh, maybe they've built up the intensity just divinely with these lead performers. Warm, bass, powerful. This guy, what is this? Okay, so he's in the same octave as the girl we've just had with the glorious belts, but he is belting these notes out of a bigger voice box or larynx. It is very uncommon to hear men belt up here. So when they do, it obviously sounds very intense because they are using larger equipment to achieve the same sound. It just sounds so natural. I don't think there's excessive manipulation here at all. It's not extremely twangy. His larynx looks quite neutral. Whew. Oh my god. Duh. I just can't deal with people sometimes. The things that we can do, oh god, when they exude passion and they find like-minded peers and put time and effort into things. And love. I'm so bloody proud of my species. Humans get such a bad rap, you know. Some people do terrible shit. Terrible shit. They do. But some of them do this, you know, and we've got to remember that. As the intensity was building, we've had all kinds of new melodic patterns and riffs, and they did this thing with the Hallelujah melody where they kept adjusting it so it would go higher every time, which just created this like peak explosion. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Yeah, all blissfully harmonised. And the way it ends. The bass singer who started on this note then finishes on the same one an octave down, and then they perfectly just fill up this chord. One of the things I loved most about this is that it had such a profound impact without doing anything crazy like changing key or like doing some random modal shit. This wasn't about that. I feel like each of them got to really divulge in the things that make them uniquely special individually. Then this arrangement was like the most incredible canvas for them to paint on. They have provided over 661 million instances of bliss. I loved every second of that. I really did. If anyone happens to know who arranged this, I would love to be informed. I am now officially aboard the a cappella train. Chew. Thank you so much for watching this video today. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. If there are any singers of any kind you would like to see me react to, please do let me know in the comments, as it would be my pleasure. I love you so much. Have an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Mwah.